So first of all, I want to thank you, Celia, for this opportunity. I'll be super quick and trying to talk all about my journey here. So when I was a kid, I loved video games. I still remember when I got my first Atari for Christmas. Back then, the internet didn't exist, let alone a career called UX design. I didn't know how much to draw, and no, I had no technical knowledge. I was just want to having fun moving a pixel on the TV. But years later, I had the honor and the privilege of working with some of the biggest companies and franchises in the world. But how did that happen? Today, I'm gonna share with you a few steps and lessons that led me from a dream to an international career in the game industry, and how you can do the same starting from scratch. The first step to get into the UX in gaming is learning the right skills. To do this, I went to university and I did a digital design program. The UX industry was still starting, but I commit myself to learn some tools like Figma and Adobe Suite and began studying how games engage players with a good interface and stories. After I finished university, I realized that I had to leave my country to have opportunities in the international market. That's when I found a school called Vancouver Film School in Canada. The big problem that they have at that time was the course. It was 3 times more expensive for foreigners. So I started bugging them a lot for a scholarship, and I didn't stop until I got a good scholarship. The year program was really intense, was equivalent of 3 years of college. I was studying around 16 hours a day, including weekend. For sure was the most intense year of my life. But might be wondering, why this school specifically? Because practically every major company, movie, or game has at least one student from there. And I believe it, if I study there, I would be the next one. In addition to study, I created a LinkedIn account, and which was super, super important. That's how I was able to connect with people at the companies that I dream of working for. I was new to the city and the country, so I started sending messages to art directors, UX designers, and I was really surprised of how receptive they were. Because of that, I was able to visit some place like Electronic Arts, Microsoft Studio, and get to know more about the industry. After my course, I got my dream job at the time. I worked for Disney on the Club Penguin project. Of course, nothing is easy. The office was in another city, but didn't stop me. I asked a friend to drive me there on the weekends, and I even rent a place without seeing it. If you ask me that in 1 year from graduating in Brazil, I would be working for Disney, for sure I would laugh, but that happened. The learnings that I had at Disney was incredible and gave me the opportunity to work for Zynga, where I am today. Today, I led the UX and UI team mainly on a Wizard of Oz game, but also I help other leads from other games with some UX insights. The biggest thing that I want to share you guys today is, if you see this, it's how an idea from a game starts with a really simple sketch. But with a lot of dedication and belief in the process, we deliver a unique and magical experience to our players. You just need to believe. So don't wait for the perfect moment, because it may never come. Take the first step today. I believe you already took the first step participating in this event. So keep it going. Thank you so much.